Alright, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be cleaning and processing some of the turmeric. It's the first time I have grown it and processed it. So I've done some research on YouTube with some other videos, and they said to wash it clean and then boil it until softened, and then we'll cut it into small thin rounds, and then we will dehydrate it and then grind it up into the turmeric powder that we all know. So right now I'm just going to put a little bit of water into the sink, and then we will scrub these with a scrubber. I did originally wash them outside under the hose, so they are fairly clean. So they won't need too much of a clean as such. Alright, so let's get to it. So I will let you come back after I have washed it, because you don't need to be sitting here watching me do this. So I will see you soon. Alright, so I'm back. So we've washed and cleaned the turmeric. It didn't take too long. Now we need to just fill up the pot and put the turmeric onto boil and then cook until softened. So let's get to it. So I'm just filling that up with the water. I'm going to put the turmeric that I just washed. Try and get as much of these roots up. Alright, so let's put this onto boil. So I'm going to put that on the front burner, let that heat up. So this is on the highest setting, and it is starting to go red, so that is now ready to boil. Now Alright, so let's have a look at the turmeric. Let's see how this is going. Like, I can stick my fork in, but it's not going in easy. I do have to force, so it still needs to boil down until fairly soft from what I have observed on YouTube. But if you guys have a better way of doing this, please let me know. I have seen also that you can just wash it the way that I did before and then cut it up and then dehydrate it. You do get a stronger flavour when you do it that way, but this way, from what I've seen, is the more known way of preserving it. But if, like I said, if you've done it before and you found better success doing it a different way, please let me know, as I will be very much interested. So we will come back to this a little bit later and see how we can further process it to make the turmeric powder. Alright, so let's check how this turmeric's going. It's gotten very dark, the water. Now, let's see. These bigger pieces, it does go in, but there is still a little bit of resistance. The smaller pieces, yeah, they're ready to go. So let's get a spoon and I'm going to put them into the colander and then run some water over them, and then I'm going to chop them up into small bits so you can come along with me as I do all of that. So I'll try and leave the bigger chunks in to cook a little bit longer. So let's just leave it at that for now. And let's just stop the cooking process by putting the cold water. It'll be easier to handle when I go to cut it as well. So we might just leave it at that, and I'll get you set up over by the chopping area and we can get this started and processed. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to chop it so it's quite thin, so that when I put it into the dehydrator it can dehydrate fairly quickly. That's still quite hot in the middle. Oh. Let's turn it up that way and I'll cut it this way so I'm not touching the flesh. And we will spread that out. In a single layer. Hopefully this works, because I have replanted some of the turmeric down the back, same with the ginger. Now because I didn't get very much ginger, I haven't processed the ginger. I literally re-soaked it in some water and then planted it again, because there wasn't enough for me to process, not like this turmeric. There was a fair amount of this, so I decided that I was going to plant it all, and hopefully next year I will get a decent harvest of ginger that I can process and use in my cooking. And I can do the same sort of process of drying it out. I'm guessing it's going to be a similar sort of process. If anybody knows a better way, like I said earlier, I am all for it, as we are a community and sharing ideas is the best way to learn, and we can all gain some knowledge and pass that knowledge around and share it. Alright. I don't know if these 2 trays is going to be enough for all of this turmeric. We will soon find out, I guess. But that's why we're doing it. Trial and error. So I don't know if you can see how thin I'm cutting it. It's maybe 2 to 3 millimeters thick. So quite thin, and then I'm just doing one single layer, or trying to do one single layer on the parchment paper or the baking paper, whatever you want to call it. After you've washed it clean, I wonder if that would stain your hands more because it hasn't released any of the colouring. I won't know until probably next year now, because this is all the turmeric I've got and I used it all in this one method. Apparently doing it the other way you do get more of an earthy undertone too in that finished product. Don't know if that's a good thing or not. But yeah, this is the way I'm doing it this year. How have you gone with turmeric? Have you ever grown it before, processed it, used your own in cooking? Please let me know in the comments below. And also, if you are enjoying this content, please like and share so that other people can watch and view the video, as I would like to grow the channel a little bit more than what it is currently. And I can only do that with you guys' help. Yeah. So I will come back when I have finished all of the turmeric and putting it on the parchment paper, and hopefully the other larger pieces will also be soft enough for me to process as well. So here we've got my air fryer, but it also does have a setting for dehydrate, and that's what I'm going to... No, I want the oven, and it's set on dehydrate, and I want to probably do 12 hours, and I will do probably 70 degrees. And now I'm going to put the trays in. So we got 2 full trays of the turmeric, and we will pretty much set it and forget it for 12 hours, and we'll come back and we'll see what it's like at about nearly 10 o'clock tonight. But I probably won't blitz it till tomorrow morning now. So yeah, we'll let that go. It may not take 12 hours. If it takes less, great. I'll process it all in the one day. But if not, we'll come back tomorrow morning and we will process it then. So here we've got the turmeric out of the dehydrator. It was in there for about 8 to 9 hours drying, and it turned out really, really well. I did have to blend it a few different times, just because every time I did have a quick look, there was big chunks still in there, so I had to shake it up a little bit and make sure everything was mixed in really, really well. In the end, I have about 3/4 of the jar full of turmeric that I grew at home, and I'm going to use hopefully for a few months to come. Thanks for watching. Bye.